Hey guys, it is Greg and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am going to go over some market sentiment and some data with Bitcoin and explain to you why I am nibbling a little bit and DCAing into Bitcoin. And you can see that I have on my screen here Jim Cramer from CNBC. Hold off on buying stocks until the market slows down. Let's go take a little back. Let's go back through history. I show you, here's the S&P 500. I've actually had this on here for quite some time, and my target actually was 3603. I think 5-6 months ago on the S&P 500. Just let you guys know. So here we got the buyer, the buying the dip folks are, you know what this means, guys? Buying the dip people are exhausted. They are exhausted. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let's take another trip back through history. I'm going to show you something. In this area right here, Bitcoin's going to 100,000, Bitcoin's going to 100,000, Bitcoin's going to 100,000, Bitcoin's going to 100,000. Oh, it stopped right there, and now it comes down. And you know what this was? Buy the dip. Went all the way around. It was buy the dip. Went up here, and it was buy the dip. And then, you know, the narrative changed temporarily right here. Bitcoin, oh, look at it, guys. Possibility, Bitcoin going to 100,000 again. Oh, no. And then over here is buy the dip. And then once Bitcoin, and just to let you guys know, I'm trying to paint a picture for you here. Once it got right past there, the narrative started switching. Uh-oh, what do we have going on now? What do we have going on now? No more buying the dip. Or there's very, very little, like, oh, I don't know about this, guys. And it came over here, and you know what the sentiment is? Now we're right here, guys. You know what it is? This is what it is. No more buying the dip. All the dip buyers are gone. You know what that means? That means the bottom is probably going to be forming, because that's exactly what corrections are supposed to do, guys. They're supposed to get rid of the behavior where you have dip buying exhaustion just completely gone. You want it gone, gone, gone. And that's what it's done. Now, not only is the narrative is people are saying, don't buy the dip, don't buy this dip. Because why? They're saying it's going to just continue to go down like this. This is the narrative now, guys. It's just the way it is in reverse. It's reversed. Oh, it's going to just go up now, guys, and it's going to just go like this, right? This is the narrative now, isn't it? Literally. I'm not kidding. That's the narrative right there. So here it is right here. So I'm saying this out loud, speaking out loud, letting you guys know what's going on. Is that the bottom? Am I saying that's the bottom? I don't know. I really don't know. But based off the data that I have, here's a 3-day chart on Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now, the other thing I want to say too is I have other videos going over the oil chart, the DXY, the USDC dominance, USDT dominance charts, and the 10-year treasuries. All of those charts are in topping patterns. They're all in topping patterns. They have bearish divergence, okay? So there's a really, really good possibility that once the 10-year treasury starts coming down, oil starts coming down, commodity prices start coming down, that's going to be huge, guys. That's going to completely change the narrative. The narrative is going to change here in the next, 30 or 60 days or something like that. So let's take a fib level. I'm going over this. I'm going to take that whole wave 3, which ended right there. A wave 4 retracement is 0.382 logarithmic, and it's right on it. It's right on it. Let's take a closer look at Bitcoin. What does it look like? Here's the bottoming formation. You can get this could be, a wave 4 and it's going to drop back down, or this could be a bullish. It's just all going to depend. You're not going to know. That's why I'm doing the count. It's a guessing game at this point. So just see how it is, but this could be a bottom formation. There are probably some traders looking. I could probably be guessing that traders are buying here and probably buying here and putting in a stop loss right there, and then seeing if this is going to go up. Just my guess. That's what I would do if I was going to trade it. I'm going long on. I'm not trading. I'm just going along and putting it away for the next whenever Bitcoin goes back up to say 60 or 70, something like that. Man, they'll come back out, and I won't hold them anymore, and then it'll go back down. So now I do think we're in the bottom formation process. That's what I want to say. I don't think this is the bottom. I think this is the bottom forming process that Bitcoin is doing right now. So if you take a look at history of Bitcoin, once it comes down, you can see it takes some time. And you just look at some other, here's a bottom here, it whizzed back up, and you can see it took some time, it went up, and there was even a bad, you can see if you lived through that, that was probably pretty aggressive right there. So, and then the RSI data here on the 3-day chart, it's down in this area. Let's take a look at the 4-day chart. The 4-day chart, it's down nice and low. There's a 2018 bear market. There's a 2015 bear market complete, and it's down in that area. The best one is, you don't want to get too biased, is a weekly chart. It's down nice and low. It took everything out on the weekly. So, let's take a look at the 2-week chart on the RSI. It almost took all that out. So everything looks pretty good. And I know a lot of people too, I think this is kind of a mistake in my opinion, because looking for bullish divergence on the bottom. If you have a 3-wave move, this is why I think it's a mistake sometimes, guys. You have to have these 5-wave moves, these impulse moves to do that. And sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you won't. So if this is an ABC, there's not going to be divergence between the A and the C because it's a 3-wave move. I hope that makes sense. If this was a 5-wave move, if I take that off, you can have divergence. Say this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can have divergence, but you can see this took it out. So more than likely, this is probably an ABC move, guys. If you can see, there's no divergence between there and there. And I know a lot of people are labeling that the whole thing as an impulse. And more than likely, it's not. Just to let you guys know. Now going over Ethereum, things look pretty good. Let's pull a fib on the 3rd wave. Pull a fib on the 3rd wave, see what we have right there. Look, ETH is right on the 0.382, guys. And I've shown in previous videos that of the 3rd wave, you pull it, a good retracement is 0.382. I'm not saying that ETH can't go down any farther. It probably will because it's an altcoin and there could be more downside. That's my target area right there. Full disclosure, I bought a little bit of ETH. I need a little bit of ETH anyway for gas fees. And I told myself, I said, ETH at $1,000. I mean, I need some for gas fees. So, it was better than buying it at 3,000. It's a 66% discount right now. Compared to where it was before. And the other chart I want to show you guys real quick, I'm just going over the basics. It looks pretty good to me. Over the basics, I want to show you guys something with this inflation. I made a video on peak inflation and people are like, oh, I don't know about all that, Greg. Peak inflation, kind of sorcery you got going on now. Look at the RSI on this peak inflation down here, guys. If you go back to that same time, it was in March of 80, and then it hit the same level, 74, and almost every time it was this high, there was a precipitous drop, rapid drop down. So there's a good chance with the other data that I'm looking at that there is a peak inflation, possibly. It's going to be taken out. Interest rates will be going up. And that's the concern. That's why nobody is going to buy here. And with the Fed doing quantitative tightening, and people are going to really believe the only place Bitcoin and the stocks are going to be able to go is down, 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 down. But the evidence is over here, guys. Interest rates, where is it? Right here. The Fed increased interest rates, and Bitcoin did Bitcoin did a 5,800% move just like that. Thanks for watching. Peace.